Ah, ya jaló. Por fin. Bueno, ya sé que funciona. Entonces quedé que iba a ir a... ¿Dónde estaban estos vatos? Los muelles, ya me acordé. Acá. Corriendo acá por acá.
I am not responsible for everything bad happens.
Crush the leads, boys!
Las alcantarillas. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Ah, ¿ya te vacunaron? ¿Y qué tal? ¿Cuándo te vacunaron? Ay, qué bueno. ¿Cuál te pusieron? Yo los morí. Me toca mañana. ¿Cómo me va? Pues sí, solo espero que no me dé como... Pues ya es que te da como una gripilla. Te pusieron que la china es la Sinovac. Es que ya a estas alturas, neta, la que sea. O sea, creo que el mayor tema es de que algunas de las vacunas no las aceptan en ciertos países, pero pues...
Perhaps we should have listened to what the idiot had to say. You again. What do you want?
Do you need med?
Yeah, I do.
So you can...
Fair.
Have you...
That bastard's become something of a holy man these days. And someone should remind him who really rules the docks.
Pues...
Goodbye.
digo, al menos en mi caso no tengo planeado viajar al extranjero. Próximamente, ¿verdad? Nah, no creo, no, o sea, en sí pues una vacuna no te va a matar. Y pues a los que les causa reacciones como un porcentaje muy bajo. Y es algo que es normal y puede pasar en todas las vacunas.
What do you want?
Can I off...
Giving out for...
Perhaps...
Thank you.
Have you got any...
As long as...
Goodbye, Miss Cox.
Without the wet boots keeping things straight, these parts will be running...
Todo el mundo anda aquí enfermo.
Welcome back, Doctor. What can I do for you?
Do you need... Indeed.
Oh, thank you.
Are you
It makes...
I wish I...
It's not opti...
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
No está enfermo. Ay. Todos estos de acá.
Perhaps I should shut the door.
Esta señora. ¿Está enfermo? Sí.
Good evening, Rufus.
Evening, Mr. Reed.
You seem happier than before.
Pues es que sí.
I live with Mrs. Fishburne now, in her house. I have a bed and everything.
Do you need
A real doctor.
a real...
I don't know what to say.
Pues mira, yo aquí ando de doctor vampiro curando a la gente.
Tell me your feelings about Seymour's death, Rufus.
I am sad for Mrs. Fishburne, not for her dead son. I was afraid of him and his threats. I don't think a lot of people will miss him.
So how is your new...
Good. I have a roof over my head and warm meals. Mrs. Fishburne is the best. But she's so sad.
Even if she did take you in, Mrs. Fishburne lost her son, who she loved very much.
I know, but it makes me feel funny. I should feel bad for being here after Seymour
Ay,
died, not happy.
ya, ¿cómo has estado? ¿Cómo te fue con lo del dengue y así?
Try to help her as much as she helps you, Rufus. Help each other through the grief.
Mrs. Fishburne has been like a mother to me, and it's my turn to help her the best I can.
Are you worried
I
about...
never really felt safe.
Is anything what...
Gunshots?
So long, Rufus. Good evening, Mrs. Fishburne. May...
Of course.
Dr. Reed.
I can't remember the last time I had a good sleep.
I'm so...
Thank you, Dr. Reed. Could you check...
Very well.
Even if he lives with me now, Rufus still spends too much time outside. He grew up in the streets, you see, and he's kept his old habits.
Mrs. Fish...
I am afraid...
Then let me give you...
I thank you for your generosity, sir. It's some...
In the end, Seymour avoided being judged for what he did. Does that not disturb you, Stella?
For months, my greatest fear was to see my son being arrested and hanged. Now that he's dead, no one will ever know.
Do you believe your son could have avoided being caught forever?
I have no idea. Sometimes I felt like he was becoming more and more careless. Perhaps he wanted to be caught.
Me lo comí, señora.
I'd like to know more about your son's death, Stella.
I was so afraid to see Seymour arrested and executed that I never thought about him being murdered.
I'm sure his last thoughts were for you, Mrs.
No te
Fishburne.
apures.
Seymour was a terrible threat to the community, but he truly loved you.
Your words break my heart as much as they bring me peace, Dr. Reed.
How do you mean?
The murder of my son made me understand what the other families must have felt. I shouldn't have protected him for so long.
To endure true guilt may be punishment enough, Mrs. Fishburne. And we all have to bear that cross.
You are a good person, Dr. Reed. I wish we'd met
Ay,
sooner.
necesito más café.
So, you live...
Yeah. We both had our share of tragedy, but I suppose it's a relief not to be alone in life.
Did Rufus talk...
I knew the boy had a hard time in the streets, but I had no idea how miserable he really was. And I suspect he won't tell me all that he remembers.
Aren't you worried?
Hey,
Es que de ella ya tengo todas las pistas.
Goodbye, Miss Fishburne. Take care of yourself.
please don't stay too long, sir.
Yo me quedo cuanto tiempo yo quiera, señora. ¿No ve que yo soy el protagonista? A ver, ¿quién me falta? Creo que es para allá. Ah, chinga. ¿Dónde está? Ahí está. Ahí se la fregada. Aquí. Por acá. Así está pasando. Uno de estos sale. Son. Ok, ¿quién más andaba enfermo aquí? Ahí está. Ven para acá.
Good evening, sir. I'm glad to see you safe.
I am not safe. I should never have come back here. My life is in danger. I know it.
You're much safer here than in that contaminated area.
Bullets kill people quicker than diseases and epidemics, Dr. Reed.
Do you need...
Death by
Well,
You have a strange sense of humor, Dr. Reed. But thanks anyway.
what can you tell me about the locals?
Most people would say that Sean Hampton and Tom Watts are good men who try to sort things out. But for me, the real boss around there was my best friend, Jack Gillingham.
Jack Gillingham, you say?
Everyone round there knew Jack. He was a rock. A mountain, even. He feared nothing.
What can you tell me about this district?
The East End Docks only knows one rule. Dog eat dog, and blood calls for blood. The gang will have their revenge on me one way or another.
Your friend Jack has something to do with you fleeing to the contaminated area where I found you. I want to know more.
Jack is dead. That's all you need to know. Dead because of me. So much violence. So much sorrow. All of that because I refuse to be insulted again.
The docks are being consumed by violence. Any war you may have started was already brewing underneath the surface, just waiting for a spark to ignite it.
Perhaps you're right. The district was doomed before I was born. But I cannot stop myself thinking that Jack died for me.
Why do you say that?
After I killed that gang member, the wet boot boy suspected Jack. And being loyal and all, he did not refute the accusation.
Desbloqueamos todas las pistas.
The death of your friend has affected you deeply, hasn't it?
Jack Gillingham was the real deal. He believed we could change the world if we were united and focused enough. And he brought out the best in each of us.
You're right. He died to save you. That alone gives me an idea of the kind of man he was.
He was the bravest. And no one dares to say openly that he got killed by those bastards.
Your friend's plan was audacious, if not reckless. No one stands up by themselves to a gang like the Wet Boot Boys.
How dare you say that? You never met him.
You are not going to spend the rest of your life hiding, Rodney. What are you planning to do?
Honestly, I have no idea. How am I supposed to live while so many have suffered because of me?
Only you can answer that question. But one thing is certain. Since you owe Jack your life, I think it's fair to live it in a way that would make him proud.
That's the kind of thing Jack could have said, Dr. Reed. Thank you for that. I believe you're a good guy too.
De nada.
Do you have recent news?
I heard he kept on helping people.
Goodbye, Mr. Grader. Take care. Good evening, young man. Young man,
I don't like...
there's no shame.
Thank you. I suppose.
Tengo pistas.
Are you...
This city...
Goodbye.
Ok. ¿Quiénes me faltan? Ay, este vato. Estos están allá. ¿Dónde está? ¿Está aquí arriba? Sí, está vivo aquí arriba. Okay.
Please, sir. Come and have a gander.
Allá abajo. Bueno. Ahí voy. Nada.
I'll find you something.
Good evening, Miss Gillingham. May I come in?
Of course, of course. So,
Do you require...
I'm glad.
I'll try my best.
Thank you, Doctor.
Are you...
Too much noise, too much shouting. It keeps me up. Is it really gunfire I'm hearing?
Goodbye, Miss Gillingham.
Supongo que lo mejor que podías hacer en ese tiempo era fingir estar demente. Y ya saqueamos, sí. Oh, no. Ah,
It's locked.
un tornillo. Estos ya. Los otros estaban en... Ah, chinga. Acá, sí. A ver, señora, su migraña.
You again. What do you want?
Do you need...
I may.
I don't charge.
All right then.
You speak of strikes and class enemy. Am I right to assume you're involved in trade union activism?
You bet I am. Well, I was. Nowadays, I'm just another worker blacklisted by the big companies.
Isn't the whole point of trade unions to help workers in need? Why don't they support you?
A few nights back, I lost the money my companions had asked me to hide. With me and my sister being penniless, they thought I stole it.
What really happened?
I drank too much that night. Strange men saw me count the money in that bar. Some sort of militia in uniform. I'm sure they robbed me.
You lost your job because of your beliefs.
Those bastards really hate a worker who refuses slave wages and unsafe conditions, especially when it's a woman.
Ayer vi la de Rápidos y Furiosos 9. Y digo, yo no espero nada de esas películas, de verdad. Me gustaban. Porque dije, bueno, pues es acción. Pero la última ya se voló la barda. O sea, yo solo veía acción sin sentido y explosiones a lo imbécil y como todo escalaba sin tener límite alguno.
Do you have...
The place is...
Okay. Dice que el dinero del sindicato al que pertenece.
Well, I'll leave you for now. Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Glad to see you again.
Do you need...
I can keep go...
Of course.
Thank you, Doctor.
Lottie, tell me about the Wet Boot Boys. I know they've threatened you.
Edwina Cox wanted me to provide her with information about Mr. Hampton's resources. I refused.
Is that not dangerous?
Fuck them and their lies. They claim they protect the interests of the neighborhood, but they are just greedy parasites like all the rest.
I respect your courage, Miss Paxton, and I hope life will never wear you down.
Dr. Reed, you know how to make a girl blush. I am glad you came to the docks, whatever your real reasons are.
Comérmelos a todos.
Do you have...
¿Dónde estaba?
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Es un shonen. Pues tiene un poco de sentido eso. Pero todo obviamente va a estar saludable. ¿Dónde está el otro señor este? Debería haber una manera de rastrear a los ciudadanos. chinga, ¿qué es eso que suena? Ah, son estos. Ah, este distrito es nuevo. What? Vacuna de COVID. Ah, ya te entendí de la manera de rastrear. Pero no. Hay un señor que andaba por aquí. Necesito encontrarlo. Y estás, cabrón. Ese es ahí escondido.
I hope. Good evening, Mr. Throgmorton.
Dr. Reed!
Do you need...
Actually,
Treating a
thank you.
Have you heard any...
The sad...
Este señor mismo lo podría comer y no importaría.
Goodbye. And good hunting, Mr. Throgmorton.
The wet boots shouldn't be fighting each other. They've got bigger problems elsewhere.
Este señor debería estar por los muelles. Entonces... está, señor?
This could be the public house Giselle Paxton mentioned. I should investigate further.
Sí, ahí está este.
Best stay back, sir. Wouldn't come any closer.
Ay, de un golpe.
Giselle's stolen money. Prewen has some unethical ways of financing their war.
Este señor, insisto. Me acuerdo que estaba cerca de los muelles. Ah, chinga. Aquí no era. ¿Por qué están? Ah, son. Ah, se lo coman. La vuelta. Por acá, probablemente. Ay, hay alguien. Sí, va a ser este. Ay, te encontré, cabrón.
Good evening, Mr. Woodbeat.
Good evening to you, my young doctor.
Do you need...
Unfortunately.
Nobody is immune.
Well, I never thought.
¿Qué hacemos? ¿Nos lo comemos?
Goodbye, sir.
Bueno, voy a esperar que se cure. Ya están todos con su medicina. En este lugar no tengo manera de mejorarlo, ya se quedó en grave para siempre. Este es lo único que me falta. Ah, mira. la madre! ¿Se fue? ¿Qué chingados pasó? Bueno, supondremos que se murió. El ojo Támesis. Aquí ya había entrado. Este señor.
Yeah, people are still working at this time while you're... You again? What do you want?
Aquí tiene su dinero.
I've identified...
I knew it!
Yes.
I never thought a man like you would be kind enough.
Will you give the money back to your comrades?
Fuck those bastards who fired me. I'll give the money to Miss Gillingham. Her son Jack was a friend of mine. He was killed recently.
¿Nick Gilligan era este? No. Ah, era ella. Ajá.
I know you were friends with Miss Gillingham's son,
Sí, güey, ella te lo
Jack.
acaba de decir.
Tell me about his death.
Jack's murder has been a shock to the neighborhood. A sign that the situation is now out of control.
Why is that?
There has always been tension between the Wet Boot Boys and members of the trade union. But a murder? That's a first.
Why does that upset you so much?
I wish I had found the time and words to tell him how important he was to me before it was too late. Another failure for Giselle Paxton.
Hola. ¿Cómo estás? Ay, no.
I know you.
Jackson.
Why is that?
There has always been...
Who killed him?
No one will ever know.
Él también.
One thing is certain.
Domingueando.
While Jack was alive, I had one less reason to drink.
Ok, era alcohólica. Y supongo que está enamorada de ese muchacho.
Are you worried about the sanity?
Chaos is rising, Dr. Reed. This city is about to
Es un
crumble.
RPG.
You almost sound happy.
This world needs to die, Dr. Reed. And from the ashes, a new one will emerge.
Yo, pues...
With more equity and freedom.
Pues sí tuve mucho trabajo, y entonces luego por eso no anduve jugando nada.
Well, I'll leave you for now.
Pues no me daba
Goodbye, Miss
tiempo.
Paxton.
O luego era como de o juego o hago tal cosa o hago ejercicio, entonces digamos que no, entre semana generalmente no me alcanza el día. Entonces ahorita dije, bueno, vamos a empezar a... Y empecé con dije, tengo ganas de un juego de exploración, RPG. Y pues aquí estoy. Creo que ya limpiamos este lugar. Así es. Acá tengo que llevarle una nota de... Ay, es que es lo que me choca porque no existe la teletransportación en este juego. Tengo que cruzar todo esto hasta acá. Es del 2018, o sea, sí es más nuevo que Fallout, pero no es tan nuevo. Lo que pasa es que creo que primero estuvo para PC y ya después lo portearon para PlayStation. Y estuvo gratis en la PlayStation Store y fue así que lo obtuve. El panorama. Sí, solo que en el panorama me voy encontrando pues vampiros. Aunque aquí se llaman skulls.
It's locked.
It's locked, alright. Ahora que lo pienso, no sé si realmente tiene un acento inglés este señor.
Yes, Doctor?
Farewell, Sean.
Glad to see you again.
Tengo que hablar con todos. Pero no he recolectado todas las pistas.
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Aquí el detalle es de que me los puedo comerme a algunas personas. O sea, por eso viene ahí como un nivel de mesmerización. El detalle es de que a la hora de que si los mato hay consecuencias en el ambiente. No en la historia, pero sí en el alrededor. O sea, puedes ver que una persona se pone muy triste, que otra persona se vuelve loca porque se murió alguien y así. Ay, vamos a cruzar pues. Vi algo que brilló allá. Hacer pierna, ajá. English accent. Solo que aquí sí batallo mucho con la orientación. Entonces por eso constantemente veo el mapa. Ahí dispensen. ¿Puedo cruzar por aquí? No, no es para allá. No he jugado Bloodborne. Y probablemente me van a matar.
The sewer dog's fault, they say. Then the gangs, the epidemics, everyone's throwing the blame.
To think, he's a bloody vampire hunter.
¿Vamos bien? Ay, cómo doy vueltas a lo bruto. Para acá. Pues igual un día le doy una oportunidad, supongo. Ya estoy del lado correcto. Sí, ya vamos bien. Sí, pero hasta eso también no me sirven de mucho. O sea, no es como que me marque el camino por donde debo ir. Paso y le doy una medicina a alguien aquí. Y una vez. ¿Qué lado era? A este.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick.
I'm okay.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir.
You are not...
And you have my...
¿Sigue viva su madre?
I have to go.
Don't waste your time with
Sí, es
me.
cierto. Ella me la iba a echar. No, estoy... Ven para acá.
Good evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
How long must I wait, damn it? He will not further your agenda, sir. How long is it going to take to fix me properly? A month? A year? You have the right to disapprove of our methods, and you will kindly apologize when you're feeling better.
¿Dónde es? Ah, para allá. Mire, señora, vamos a platicar sobre la salud de su hijo aquí afuera. Usted y yo nomás. En la privacidad de los muertitos que están aquí.
I die before my son. I die before my son. No. He needs me so much. So much.
La realidad es que su hijo tenía depresión y la señora era muy posesiva con él y el güey se quería matar. Entonces ya con su mamá muertita... ¡Ey, tú!
I cannot enter.
Court medical bench. I understand you must be very angry about this unfair situation. I managed to arrange to have you buried in the same mass grave as your wife. I hope that might help.
We have some of the most friends in London at Pembroke.
You don't mind if I search your pockets, do you, sir? You won't need any of these anyway. I'm not stealing from you, mister.
Okay.
I'm only redistributing your belongings to people who need them more than you. You see, no one has claimed your body, sir, so it would be such a shame to bury you with
La main historia es de que fui a la
I will not
guerra
forget you,
como
sir.
médico
And I thank you for your generous
y
donation.
aparentemente regresé muerto. Alguien me convirtió en vampiro, reviví y sin querer maté a mi hermana. Y resulta que mi hermana se convierte en vampiro también, pero aquí se supone que no cualquier vampiro puede tener progenie. Entonces aparentemente quien me creó es un vampiro poderoso y estoy investigando quién fue mi creador, pero pues como que hay una sociedad de vampiros ahí en Londres que se enteró de mi existencia y saben que puedo generar progenie y progenie fuerte, entonces me dijeron, hey, únete a nuestro club y con ayuda de otra vampiresa que me dijo, sería bueno que te unieras para que logres investigar y obtener la información que quieres, pues estoy haciendo eso, pero pues aparte estoy haciendo los side quests. El caso es de que para yo obtener puntos de experiencia es haciendo la historia principal y a la vez los puedo obtener eliminando personajes, comiéndome su sangre, pero pues para subir su calidad de la sangre hagan de cuenta que tengo que tenerlos saludables, felices y contentos, por así decirlos, para que me den la información necesaria y así después me los como. Entonces este señor no es tan bueno como parece.
It's locked.
Vamos a hablar con él.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again.
How dare you steal from the dead, Rakesh? Is that what your pawnbrokers is really about?
These people are dead, sir. What they possessed could be useful for the living. And I'm sure they would agree if they could speak.
Claro que no.
You should show respect for the dead. What about their loved ones who may treasure these items you sell?
Tengo que
The
mantener
bodies I watch
saludable
over
a
are
mi
the
ganado.
unwanted and undesired, sir. I would never deprive anyone of their family artifacts.
Por eso vende cosas. Podría...
Goodbye, Mr. It's locked, all right. It's locked, all right.
Creo que...
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure.
Lo siento.
So you were the proverbial wolf amongst the sheep, sir. I should have killed you for the sake of many.
Ajaja. El tema es que no afecta. Los NPCs que eliminan no afectan realmente a la historia principal. Solo es. Como para que después te sientas mal. Pero. Tengo algo pendiente con él. No.
I'm quite busy right now, Doctor. Read.
Do you think Dr. Strickland has any chance of curing the Spanish flu by himself?
His wish to cure
Todos
the
están
sick is
súper
not
mal
driven
en
by
este mundo, o
pride,
sea,
but
realmente
by an
nadie tiene una
idealistic
historia
view about our mission here.
bonita.
Honestly, I don't know which is worse.
You consider him a good practitioner, yet you will not report his...
Strickland may be a...
Thank you for your...
Never good.
Good evening, Mr.
Good evening,
Goodbye.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Good evening.
I'm okay.
Your mother won't let you down, Mortimer. Don't you share her hope for a better future?
No. I don't.
Won't you even try?
Do you want me to promise you I'll get better?
I have to...
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
¿Pues qué crees? Ya se murió. Aquí está el otro doctor.
I'm quite...
No tengo pistas.
Thank you.
Pues es que ve qué época era. El oscurantismo. Mira, me dieron guerra quirúrgica de Rakesh, 220 de daño. Pues tiene lo mismo que la que tengo acá. Yo no las puedo subir más de nivel. Bueno, vamos a subir de nivel. Barrera de sangre. Cuando la barrera desaparece, explota e inflige daño a todos los que se encuentran cerca. Daño directo a hace que se desvanece. Ah, esto me conviene más. Un impacto extraordinario. No, pues. Parecen 30. Ah, es que es más rápida. Bueno. No de los que brillan, ajá. Y ya no me alcanza para nada. Ay, es que cada vez se hace más caro mejorar cosas. O sea, en una noche se enfermaron todos estos. Váyanse a la goma. Y este estaba saludable. ¡Ah! Fatiga, fatiga, fatiga. Todos tienen fatiga y resfrío. 2 resfríos y 4 fatigas. Puta madre. Apenas voy para allá. El problema es de que si tengo que estarlos manteniendo bien, porque si se baja a hostil ya no puedo recuperar el distrito. O según eso leí, y luego va a estar lleno de enemigos en la calle y va a ser muy molesto. Me voy y ahí a vivir, ¿no? Pero mira, ya subí a nivel 30, ya. Ya la vida va a ser menos complicada. Entonces, íbamos hasta acá. Puedo cruzar por aquí. Ay, espérenme. Es cierto, tengo gente enferma. A ver. Es que ya ando por aquí. Esta señora tiene un resfrío.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Do you need...
I'm afraid...
Not...
Thank you, Dr. Reed.
Enfermeros y doctores que tengo que andar yo atendiendo. Ya se dio cuenta.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. Good evening, Dr. Reed.
How are you feeling tonight?
As selfish as it sounds, the death of my mother forced me to stop drowning in self-loathing. It's almost like she saved me after all.
Do you really feel better since your mother died, Mortimer? Or are you just more adept at hiding your despair?
I'm beyond despair, Doctor. But I know now I will not try to kill myself again. It's like the loss of my mother gave meaning to my pain.
Pues hoy tenía ganas de jugar.
Your mother did not die because of you,
Murió
Mr.
por mi
Goswick.
culpa, muchacho. Yo me la comí.
If I hadn't tried to kill myself, she wouldn't have brought me here. And she wouldn't have been murdered.
I've read your letter, Mortimer. You wrote about a feeling of utter despair, of the world crumbling around you. Do you still feel these things?
Yes. When I saw my dead mother, I realized why she feared so much to see me dead. Because she could
¿Ve?
not
Le
bear
curamos su
pain.
depresión.
I get it now.
What do you get?
That mankind is as selfish as it is generous. As a species, we all are as beautiful as we are disgusting.
What is your plan?
In fact, I truly don't know.
It's the same for us all.
I don't know if I'll ever have my mother's strength.
Why stay here, since you're feeling better?
I must admit I feel comfortable around here, despite the epidemic and all the sick people. Actually,
No era su
I feel
novia,
like I
era
can
su
help
mamá.
finance this place.
Finance the hospital?
Let me be frank with you, Dr. Reed. I hope this cash injection will incite the hospital administration.
Yo no sé de dónde dice ese señor que tiene dinero.
about my
Si
situation.
en una misión fui a su casa y estaba toda destruida. Es como de... What?
I suspect you're not from the East End. Where are you from?
I've always lived in my mother's house by Holland Park Avenue. I don't know if I'll go back there.
Goodbye, Mr. Goswick.
I'm all right. Don't waste your time with me.
I'm quite busy right now, Dr. Reed.
Puede ser.
Do you need my assistance?
Don't be...
Then you...
I wish that...
Thank you for your time.
But we have some of the most brilliant minds in London, Pembroke.
Good evening, Mr.
Good evening.
Is there a...
Really?
Unfortunately... Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
I will not let you down, my boy.
¿Quién falta? Ah, esos están afuera. Está cerrado. Si mejor los mato a todos y así ya no tengo que estarlos manteniendo
Good evening,
saludables.
Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Do you need...
I'm afraid I...
Our job brings
Ah,
us into
chingaste,
contact
güey,
with
se
all
hizo
kinds of
enano.
infections, Milton. There's no shame in
¿Sí?
being ill while you're in a hospital.
That's easy for you to say, Doctor.
Goodbye, Milton.
Juega tan tal.
We must prove what we are capable of. It is...
Good evening, Nurse Brennan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Do you require...
I will be fine.
Señora, míreme a la cara.
A soup?
Nurse.
I'll try.
Goodbye, Nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Y el otro está acá afuera. Aquí está Sway.
Hello again, Mr.
Good evening, Doctor.
Do you need...
Afraid so.
Throughout...
You're working...
Are you concerned about...
Of course I...
What kind...
I believe people have armed themselves and started to attack those that show signs of contagion.
Este y ese de ahí son novios.
Goodbye, Mr. Blight.
Se enamoraron en la guerra. Ok, ya están todos con tratamiento. El teléfono dice que me tengo que parar. El teléfono. Reloj. Soy un doctor vampiro, héroe. Ok, no es para allá. Tenemos que ir para acá. Muy bien. Creo que puedo cruzar por aquí. Pero qué chingados. Ay, está bien, iré por acá. El distrito. Ay. No veo a nadie. Ahorita me paro. ¿Qué haces aquí? ¿Quién te dio permiso de entrar? Hurgando. No, no crashes, no crashes. No. Puta madre, se trabó. No. Ah, maldita sea.
Crush the leech, boys!
Ay, qué bonito es esto. Ok, no crasheó, todo bien. Más bien yo creo que no está porteado muy bien al Play. Por acá. Sí, tengo que llegar hasta allá, ok. No, ven. Revive. Ay. Ya.
Turn her up, bloody monster!
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Tenía que cerrar la ventana. Entonces, vamos para acá. No. Bueno, sí. Maldita sea. Ay, no es neta. ¿Qué me sirve leer estas? ¿Son los que maté? Hay algo. Ya que sí. Ay, ya lo enterraron bien rápido este güey en un día. Sí, son las tumbas de los que me comí. sea, literal puedes llenar el cementerio. Aquí algo brilla. Y está aquí. Dyson Delany. ¿Quién era ese? Thomas Elwood. No me acuerdo. Delma Ocro.
This is despicable.
Pues no es mío, pero... O sea... Estoy viendo que las tumbas son los que maté. Mira, esta era la tumba de mi hermana. La enterraron, pero salió. Y la tuve que matar. Luego hay cosas aquí escondidas. Pero pues no hago nada. Sí, la maté 2 veces. Adiós.
Steady, boys! Watch it! It's a killer!
Me pongo a cargar el control. Listo. Entonces nosotros íbamos para acá. Este señor está en una callecita de aquí. Milagro que no hay.
This is my territory.
¿Qué? ¿Tú qué haces ahí? O sea, ya llegaron vampiros aquí.
Good evening, Mr. Swanborough.
Is it you, Dr. Reed? Please come in. Wandering in this part of town at night, you're either brave or a fool. What can I do for you, Doctor?
Here is another...
Ah, now we're talking.
Is the diary complete?
No. The author tested his work in a hidden lab...
How is the sanitary?
I hear them hiss.
You seem...
I'm fine, Doctor.
Ok, este señor está ciego. Estoy haciendo una misión de él de encontrar notas de braille, pero pues me falta una.
Goodbye, Mr.
What kind of gentleman pays visits to people at this late hour?
Uno muy oscuro. para acá, derecho.
Don't you know better? You're mine! I use personal! I don't care!
No. O sea, ya no solo son los Skulls, ahora son vampiros. Esto es saludable. La otra chava que estaba aquí.
Good evening, Doctor. Can I help you?
Ay, ¿cómo les bloqueo sus pistas?
Goodbye.
You know the game. You again?
Can I...
The name is...
Goodbye, Mr.
Cheap. Fancy buy.
You never... Do you...
To be honest.
I don't...
Really?
Ya tenemos todas las pistas descubiertas.
That's all.
Este niño. Ay, el que está allá. Ok. A ver, señor.
Good evening.
Ya me voy a ir a la misión principal.
Faith.
Es que me va a dar flojera regresar después, entonces mejor ya los dejo
I have had enough for tonight.
atendidos.
Good evening.
Sure. Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
Pues algo así.
So,
I'm not bothered.
Do you need...
Yes, I do.
You'll feel...
I'm not...
Have you...
Nobody dares to enter the dispense.
Goodbye, young man.
Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
Muy bien. Ya estamos. Toda la sequilla la hice. Muy bien. Tengo que ir acá. Entonces, como ya estoy cerca, ya no hay tanto tema. Ay, qué bonito cuando ya no es tan difícil. Yes, sí, está acá.
I cannot enter.
No hay manera de llegar por arriba. Es imposible brincar esta barda. Que luego hay caminos como escondidos, pero no pareciera que por aquí haya uno. No sé, por acá tal vez. Tener que ir por acá. El poder del vandalismo. Ya sé.
As long as you have the money.
Good evening.
Pistas. Ush.
I'd like to see.
Ah, mira, tenemos dinero. Hay accesos que tengo que llegar primero de por otro lado y después ya los puedo abrir. Pues en este caso tengo que llegar por aquí, ¿verdad? Ah, ¿por qué te trabas?
See them? There's one of them.
Ok, ya llegué.
Over there! There's one of them burning me! He's dead!
las cosas porque está este señor ahí mirándome.
I'll send you to hell. I hear these kids. We have to stop it! Die first!
Hola.
A restaurant where the guests are blindfolded before being seated. Intriguing.
Muy bien. Es aquí.
It's locked, all right. I should find another way to get into the neighborhood.
Tiene que haber una manera por aquí. Sí. Me dice que por ahí no se puede. Ay, Dios. Es una entrada secreta. Por aquí no.
I think this passage could lead me close to Aloysius Dawson's mansion.
¿Cuál pasaje? ¿Qué habla?
You Londoners are no match for me! You're bleeding!
Ah, maldito. Supongo que este es el pasaje. Sí. Sí, ya voy mejor. Ay. comer un par de personas, pero todo sea por la causa. Para un bien mayor. Ven para acá.
I have this thirst for blood. I cannot enter.
¿Dónde está la ratita? Ven para acá.
This is despicable.
Y aún así te las comes, señor. Puta madre. No le va a hacer nada. No tengo sangre. Demonios.
Show me your power. I will crush you.
Ah, no sabía que me iba a encontrar con este güey. ¿Qué me sirve? Bueno. Ay, grandioso. Ay, no manchen. Ay, maldita sea. No veo. ¿Cuál era el chiste de aquí?
It's locked, all right.
Ahí todavía falta, ¿no? Estos pozos están como bien... No entiendo cuál era el objetivo. Quien quiera que encuentre este mensaje, le pido que intente ayudarme. Mi hija Louise desapareció hace algunas semanas. Fue vista por última vez en un bar del vecindario. 2 testigos la vieron partir del lugar con un hombre elegante que no reconocieron. ¿No es la que matamos?
Louise's father was determined to find and save her.
O sea, di la vuelta a lo bruto. Pues de Halloween la verdad no sé, no se me ocurre nada. Con eso que soy súper miedosa para los juegos de terror. pues. Lo veo complicado. Debe haber una manera de... Creo que ya entendí qué tengo que hacer. Ajá. Poder bajar. ¿Y esa mujer? Ok, me voy a pelear con alguien porque me están dando ratitas.
Can't believe I'm doing this. This is despicable. I have this thirst for blood.
Perdónenme, ratitas, pero es que las necesito.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
¿Quedó una viva? Sí.
This is despicable.
¿Qué pedo?
Disgusting asshole! This is my territory! Vampire or not, I'll never be your wife! How long are you gonna keep me locked in here? You freak!
¿Qué pedo? ¿Sabes qué es lo peor? Que esto no es la historia principal.
Miss Teasdale, are you all right?
How do you know my name? Who are you?
My name is Dr. Reed. I managed to track you down thanks to your father.
So my father really was looking after me. This man, this vampire told me my father was dead. Is it true?
I'm afraid so, miss. I'm so sorry for your loss. But you are free to go, as your abductor is no more.
I suppose my jailer also killed my father, didn't he?
Thankfully, he did not search your father's corpse, where I found his notes describing where he might find you. You should read them.
I must find my father's body. He deserves a proper burial.
Goodbye, Miss...
Y no la va a acompañar para salir de aquí. Uy, ve nomás. Pero chingo de antes, no era para acá. ¿O sí? ¿Qué? Sí, llegué. ¡Oh! Vamos a abrir esa puerta. Perfecto. Ya puedo entrar y salir. Hay gente aquí. ¿Chingas son gemelos o qué pedo?
Good evening, sir. I am Dr. Jonathan Reed. Do you need my help?
Yes, please. Would you be kind enough to tell me what the time is?
That's all you need to know.
Well, is it not important to know? As important as where you are? Or who you are?
I suppose you're right. And who are you then, sir?
I am
Nunca nos
Agamemnon
dicen
Baker.
la hora.
Like my brother, I think we need to leave this city immediately. And my brother and I rarely agree on anything.
What can you
It's the only place I've considered myself happy. Or at least that's what I believe. Unfortunately, it's time to leave.
Why is that?
Because I'm not feeling happy here anymore. Are you?
No, I'm not.
Good for you. It's a good thing to have a clear idea of where you stand concerning crucial questions. Don't you think?
May I ask what you're...
I don't know. You should ask my brother instead. It was his idea in the first place.
You must have your own...
From what I have managed to understand, I guess we're supposed to wait here.
What can you tell me?
He's older than me, I think. But the important thing is that I really hope I'll die before him. Grief would just kill me, you know?
Is that all?
Pericles...
May I...
I believe fear is holding us back. My brother would have said it's laziness, but it's just because he's proud of them.
Do you need...
Indeed.
Ay, se me acaban los medicamentos.
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
You should ask that question to my brother instead. Personally, I've not seen Aloysius for many years.
Good. Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed.
Dr. Reed?
Is there anything wrong?
No, it's just... Your name sounds familiar. And your face. Have we met before?
I think I would remember. So I suppose the answer is no.
That's odd. I'm certain I've already heard of you. My name is Pericles Baker. Does that mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not, sir. But it's a pleasure to meet you anyway.
The pleasure is mine, I guess. I only wish I could remember when it was that we met.
Who are you waiting?
I really can't answer that question, since I don't know that person.
And why is that?
This person is mostly my brother's acquaintance. I don't even know.
But why would you need this person's help to leave London anyway?
Well, I thought we should have left this cursed place or...
Can you tell...
As you like asking questions so much, would you allow me to ask you one first?
Please, be my guest.
Do you like this city?
I don't know. I was born and raised in London, but I feel like a stranger here recently.
You didn't answer my question, sir. But I don't blame you. Perhaps it's better that way.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Baker. What are you doing out here in the middle of the night?
We are waiting. Waiting.
And why are you waiting?
Because we need to leave this city.
Why do you want to leave the city?
I'm not really sure.
And what do you do, sir?
I stopped working when I decided to leave. When I
But what were you doing before?
Does it really matter anymore? Considering the past seems so pointless to me. I have lived in this city all my life. And now I think it's over.
Tell me more about...
I just don't belong here anymore. I had to convince...
Pericles, tell me why your brother disagrees with your presence here.
Agamemnon is naive sometimes. Although don't consider him a fool, sir. He is often more lucid than me.
What can you tell me about your brother?
If you are searching for a pleasant chat, you should speak with him instead of wasting your time with me. He's always been the more gentle of us.
That's it? That's all you can tell me about him?
For the time being, true kindness is the most valuable quality, my good sir.
At least you both have the same difficulty explaining what you're doing, and for what reason.
But is that not a common problem for all mortals?
No. Tiene sentido nada de lo que dices.
What can you...
I've heard this is a man who has searched for his place in the world for a long time.
Goodbye, Mr.
Good evening, sir. May I ask you what you're doing here at this late hour?
I'm conducting an investigation about the epidemic in this...
And who are you?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I'm Detective Inspector Charles Albright from Scotland Yard.
I work for the Ascalon Club. Here is my permit to go freely about the city.
The Ascalon Club? You should have said so, sir. I must warn you, these streets are dangerous, and you'd better be careful.
What can you...
I'm the one asking questions.
And what about...
We both know the situation is critical.
What killer?
I'm not going to discuss...
Haven't I told you about the investigation I'm conducting? Perhaps I could help you.
All right, without giving you too much information, I'll tell you this. I'm convinced there is a homicidal maniac on the loose, using the epidemic to disguise his kills.
No shit.
I told you.
What about the situation?
I know, it's a shame, but we just don't have enough...
Do you work alone?
Yes. The situation is difficult for the police. Many of us are sick, and since the summer struck...
Why are you investigating?
Criminals rarely act in daylight, you know. But since you are also a night worker, have you noticed anything strange, which requires police attention?
¿Quién es Geoffrey McCullen? No me acuerdo.
I'd like to report a name, Inspector. Geoffrey McCullum. I'm afraid he's some sort of vigilante, trying to recruit an army of angry citizens.
Then I'll write the name down and transmit this intelligence to the appropriate office. Thank you, sir.
Do you know...
Who doesn't know the man? I think he intervened personally to put an end to the police strike of
Claro
last
que
August.
no.
What else can you tell me about?
Por
Aloysius
supuesto
Dawson
que
is
no va a
exactly the kind
pasar.
of powerful and influential man who could commit murder and get away with it, with just one phone call.
What are you investigating?
I have a missing woman, possibly abducted a few nights ago. Louise
Ya la
Teasdale.
encontré.
It seems you already found my other missing person, Mr. Tadao.
Tell me about Louise.
She's a waitress.
Do you have any idea?
No.
Señor, ya la encontré.
Tell me all you know about that homicidal maniac you're looking for. How could different...
That's my main problem. If my theory is correct, maybe we're facing a group of individuals.
What are you investigating, exactly?
I have a missing woman, possibly a...
Tell me about...
She's a...
Do you have any...
No.
Okay.
Goodbye.
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 I hope
It's
you can stay a
locked.
little longer this time.
Ni sé ya.
Good evening, Miss Price. How are you tonight?
Oh,
Dr.
gracias.
Reed, I didn't know you had returned from the war. I had a new doctor when you left, but he's not as kind as you.
Always glad
Por
to see a
supuesto
former
que no.
patient in good condition.
No, no lo soy.
It's been a long time.
Too long indeed. And as a token of my appreciation, I'll grant you the best price if you fancy buying anything from my humble shop.
Anemia. Ella sí le puedo dar
Do you need...
Oh, yes,
medicina.
I'm just...
perhaps. But I have...
Does your daughter still worry you, Miss Price?
Have you not seen Carol since you returned? She's almost a young woman now. But she'll always remain my sweet little baby.
So you're less afraid?
Some things
Señora,
never
en ese
change.
tiempo
Carol is
las
still too
casaban a los
clumsy for
16
her own
años,
good.
que no manche.
Sometimes her innocence puts her in real danger.
You have every reason to be cautious.
Maybe you could talk with her, Dr. Reed. It would be nice to have a man here more often. We would both feel safer.
Why would her innocence...
She does not realize how cruel life can be.
Ah, ya sé.
Maybe I was a bad mother to protect her too much. My poor dear Carol.
Have you noticed...
Other than you coming back to cheer me up? Nothing at all, Dr. Reed.
What can you tell me?
I'm still managing my shop. The only difference is, since the quarantine, we're open at night. You, on the contrary, seem to have changed a lot.
Abren en la noche.
Really? Have I changed that much? It must have been the war. And the night shifts since my return.
Don't get me wrong, Dr. Reed, you're still handsome. Just maybe a little bit wiser. More serious. It's it suits you well.
Y los ojos rojos y pálidos, nadie dice nada.
Tell me more about yourself. No new fiancé? I remember you were hoping to get remarried. I'm sure you must have a few suitors.
Who would marry an old bat like myself with a grown daughter?
Oh my god, tiene un crush con el Dr. Reed.
Do you know?
Everybody knows him. He's only been to my shop once, though, looking for rare books and other intriguing and...
Did he buy something from you?
No, he left quickly. He almost laughed at my goods. Mr. Dawson may be a rich man, but you can't buy good
But isn't Aloysius Dawson known for his philanthropy?
That was before his brother Robert died in an aeroplane crash. Since then, the remaining twin has turned into a...
¿La conoce este güey?
Goodbye. It's locked.
Dr. Reed, I am glad to see you again.
Bueno, yo voy a pasar a recoger un par de cosas. Abajo, como... Entonces no puedo... Con este güey hable. Ah, ahí estás. Tú. Ven.
Good evening, Miss Price. I'm Dr. Reed. Do you remember me?
Dr. Reed? Yes, of course. You are the doctor who healed me and my mum. Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Good to see you too, Carol.
Oh, yes. I did not hurt myself recently. I know how to take care of myself now. I'm almost a grown-up.
Do you need...
Oh, please.
Don't be shy. It's my duty to take care of you.
Thank you, sir. Much obliged.
What can you...
I don't speak to many people.
Have you no friends at all?
No. Mr. Nithercote used to pass by and was always nice to me.
Does he not come by anymore?
No. Mum said he was weird. Always reciting poetry about a girl he'd met in Whitechapel. I wonder who this camellia may be.
What can you...
Some of our regular customers have left London.
Why are you...
I am helping my mother in her shop. It's not easy, but I'm a grown-up now.
No, ya la descargué, pero no las he visto. Probablemente al rato las
Why
vea.
is work not easy?
Oh no, most people are gentle with me. But I'm so nervous sometimes.
I'm sure...
I do the best I can. But I'm so clumsy sometimes. I drop things. I injure myself. It's a good thing my mother has the patience of an angel.
Qué raro.
Do you...
Oh yes, Doctor.
Do you ever think about getting married now you're a woman?
Aparentemente nadie se da cuenta o probablemente dicen, ah, pues tiene conjuntivitis. Es algo normal.
Do you remember?
No, I was just a baby then.
Y vean su cara.
My mother always told me how strong and good he was. Yes, a very strange man. Not very nice.
What do you mean?
He said he was ready to pay good money for rare books, and then laughed at what we showed him.
Goodbye, Carol.
It seems violence and madness and contagious.
O sea, todas las casas aquí están así. Pero bueno, aquí es donde están los escondites con mejores camitas. Ay, ya no tengo balas. Ahí se me fue chueco. Le doy su medicina a la señora de acá y
Dr. Reed.
Do you need
I'm afraid Thank you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Dr. Jonathan.
Jonathan Reed. ¿Por qué me dice así?
Good evening, Mr.
You know.
Do you need...
Oh no.
Ay, ya le di su medicina.
Goodbye.
Entonces...
Dr. Reed, I am glad to see you.
Pues, ¿quién era que faltaba de aquí? Ah, los gemelos. Están acá arriba.
Good evening, Mr. Baker.
Why do I always have feelings of deja vu when I talk to you?
Goodbye, Mr.
Pingüetes iban a ir a hablar a algún lado y me lo perdí. Ah, mira. Esa es la fatiga esta.
Hello again.
Do you need...
Indeed.
You...
It sounds so easy.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Baker.
Vamos a esperar a que se paren y lo sigo.
There is something around us, but still, I don't feel afraid.
Ahí van. ¿Dónde los puedo escuchar? ¿Qué información?
We should be far from town already. All right. But where would we go? Anywhere. Anywhere that isn't here. And what is that, by the way? A safer place? A less strange place? And where would that be? Life is strange. And we are alive. For now, yes. But for how long?
¿Qué pedo?
If we decided to flee, we should be far from town already. All right, but where would we go?
No tiene sentido nada. Se quieren ir, pero ¿por qué?
Jonathan Reed. At last we meet. The cards warned me you would visit tonight.
I beg your pardon, sir. Do I know you?
Of course you do. Our mutual friend, Dr. Swansea, can't speak highly enough of you. My name is Usher. Usher Talltree.
You are the leader of the Brotherhood, are you not?
Primate of the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole, to be precise. I'm really glad we met tonight. I love it when the cards
Ay, hola Ernesto, perdón, no me salió tu
The cards told you
mensaje.
to expect me.
Yes,
Se
they
llama
can tell me
Vampiro.
everything. They told me that you are a new Ekon who relishes his blood diet.
Tiene fatiga.
Do you require... You'll feel better.
Thank you very much.
Is there anything you could tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
Aloysius Dawson, yes.
He's not the only one.
True. Aloysius was a member of the Golden Dawn until 1900. Then his thirst for dark...
Ah, ok. Tenía un hermano gemelo este.
How do you measure the amount of blood on my hands?
I told you. The cards always tell the truth. Well, most of the time.
Is it possible to tell me my future?
A vampire's fate is much more delicate to read, Doctor. But I can try.
A ver.
All right.
Your heart will bleed back all the blood you drank, but it will not put out the fire your treachery has lit.
¿Qué?
I would rather not know.
No, pues ya.
May I ask,
Of course.
who founded the Brotherhood?
That's precisely the kind of question I cannot answer. It is delicate.
So you're not just a...
Once upon a time, very long ago, The Brotherhood did more than simply study the
I know there is no love lost between the Guard of Priwen.
It was 1801. The Brotherhood was stronger then. A strength that made them hungry for ever greater power.
What was the nature?
The problem was that both sides considered themselves the legitimate heirs of the original brother.
How do you met?
I told you.
Is it possible?
Vampire.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm for most a charlatan. For a few, I'm a vampire. And for you, I'm the primate of St. Paul's Stole.
Some believe you to be a vampire. Who?
The Guard of Priwen, who else? For a time, they sent spies to observe my activities, and they even broke into my home to gather proof.
Did they steal anything from you?
A personal notebook they quickly took to their headquarters. All they had to do is to look at me. I'm aging. What better and definite proof that I'm...
Do you want your notebook back?
If you ever find it, I'd be...
Voy a ir a recuperar su libretita.
For how long have you been?
It was 15 years last year.
What do you make of Dr. Swanson?
Edgar is a brilliant and dedicated man.
Can you read the...
Are you sure?
Yes, I am.
It will cost you 100...
Here is...
Redemption. A strong man, eager to help and support the weak. A criminal who redeemed himself. A better life, rebuilt from scratch.
What can you tell me?
I really don't know.
So, you see...
Oh, I can tell.
Do the cards speak of my Mary?
No. It's the burning aura of guilt.
Read.
You have been choked.
Okay.
Goodbye, sir. Until we meet again.
I rarely wander. Yet it amuses me to converse with your kind. The Fool and the Empress. Again. What are the guards trying to
It's
tell
locked,
us?
all right.
Fatiga, cefalia. Ay, no, no. ¿Dónde estoy aquí?
Back in the truck!
¿Dónde vine a dar? Ah, ok.
Best stay back, sir.
Sí, 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 como usted diga. Ya abrí esta puerta.
I order you! Step back! Filthy murdering bastards!
Unas chingas. ¿Qué es? Creo que aquí todavía no debo de entrar. Entonces, ni me voy a asomar. En una espada. Además tener. Me estoy quedando sin balas. Ay, a que le subimos el nivel. Ay, me duele la oreja. Este ya les da más. Me pide 4,500 nomás. Agota tu resistencia para desvanecerte en las sombras y ser invisible para ver a los enemigos. Moverte en este estado. Ok. ¿Y este qué es? está bien. Nivel 3, 10 de resistencia, 2 aturdimiento, ok, más 200% de daño. Voy por algo de comer. Ahí vengo.